Hey, Danny here, and welcome to my garage. Well, here's the 97 Mustang with 3.8 liter in it. Lately, I am having a hard time getting it to start. It won't crank. All indications are there, but it won't start. I have the advantage of being a standard that I found that I can push it off. Okay, I wasn't sure whether the ignition with the key forward that helped me isolate it out to the ignition system itself. I suspect I might have either a bad ground to the starter or the starter is going. We're going to see if it's going to make a liar out of me. I wasn't able to drive it yesterday morning. I couldn't get it to start. All I get is you just get everything on your dash, but when you go to click forward, nothing happens. And it's been coming on a while. I've been doing stuff in like racking the gear shifter around, playing with a freaking brake pedal. And that's another thing I thought maybe it might be, would be the clutch switch. Because if you don't have your clutch down, it's not supposed to start. So I'm still not sure if it's that as well. But I know that I had the clutch down and I got pushed off. I released the clutch and it started right up. I assume that that's isolating the clutch pedal switch. So what we're going to do right now, I'm going to try and see if it's going to make a liar out of me and start. Which means I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the garage here, get it on the rack. What I want to troubleshoot is to see if the starter is the issue. Okay, let's see what happens. Nope. She's not going to start at this point. I can play with it and play with it. Eventually, it has been starting, but it takes a little while to do it. So as you can see, you can hear the pump. All the indications on. I gotta get it out of here so I'm not climbing underneath it. Pressure on. And the other night I drove it in here, I shut it down, it started right back up. Leave them on for a second, play with things just a little bit. Still, we get pumped, but we don't get anything we don't get a starter to kick. I don't know whether I've got a bad ground to the starter, or the starter solenoid is bad in it. I'm going to find out by putting a test light on the ignition wire to the starter and see if the light turns on. That'll give me an idea whether the starter is bad or not. It consistently does that. All right, so let's get her on the rack. I play with it and play with it, like I said. I just don't know why. And I'll bet you the minute I shut this down, that go. That one too. Yes, they are goats. They're two Nigerian dwarf goats. We decided to inherit them. They get into everything. You can see videos on them. That's Poe, who's on the rope. Because he will stick it. He will not. He is so curious that I don't trust him not to get in the road. And the other one is the Atticus, and he will not go anywhere that Poe does not. Alright, here we are on the ramp. I'm going to shut it off. We'll see if it restarts. Oh, she's not restarting. Alright, so that's where we're at this point. Let's get a test light on that starter and see what happens. Okay, see what we got in here, man. Might just be something simple. Oh, right over here. You see something simple. There's a brand. It's loose. Can't. It is tight. I can't see. Bring it down a little bit. I can't see there. Test light. Okay, I now have that on the positive side. As you can see, when I hit this, I get red. Means it's positive going to that. We'll go back. We got nothing right now. The minute I turn that key, I should get a light. Alrighty. Clutch in. Nothing's happening. I don't even have a red. Got nothing. I've got nothing showing there either. Which I should have. I should have a light up here. Right now it's grounding down there. I turn the key, it should start. And I guess that wasn't my problem either. He's sitting there. Alright, I'm gonna cut it out. I'll come back. Hopefully I will fix it. I can tell you exactly what the problem was. Okay, at this point, I dropped the starter. I dropped the starter and I made sure I had ground just like it would be hooked to the motor. And I've got the positive connected to the battery cable, which goes to the solenoid. And I've got the ground going to the ground, which is also connected to the starter. And when that happens, all you should have to do is turn the ignition key and that's going to go through the ignition switch. And I'm afraid that's what we're looking at. Thinking I got an issue in the ignition switch. Because right now, I got positive right now on that. So I know I got power going to the battery right now. If I go over here and touch ground, touch ground, now I have battery going to the starter. So I know the relay on the battery on the starter is hot. This is telling me the ground is good. So it should have, when I turn the key, that should turn red. But it is not. It did kick once. But it hasn't kicked again. Alright, I cleaned everything up one more time. I'm gonna put everything together. Fun. I don't have to put the battery back in. Light's gotta be freaking started. I don't know where I got it at. Brand new. See if I got a warranty on it. Here we go, ground. Huh. We got nothing. Yeah. I got his ground. Got no green light. Alright. Well, pretty good. I haven't turned the ignition switch. So let's watch. Let's watch that. See if we get a green light. Let's see what both says. We were just talking corrosion on the connections. And she's kicking every time now. Alright. Corrosion. What happens when the vehicle sits for a long period of time. Alright, you disconnect this. Go ahead and reinstall it. We should be good, huh? Simple. Not really. All right, we got the starter back up. Okay, just so you can see, I actually kicked that off of there, so I did have good ground. This is what we're looking at. This wire right here going in there. This is what's going to your ignition system. You've got ground. Ground. This is your power coming from your battery all the time, right? This is your ground into the body and the starter all the time. Your ignition system, the minute you turn your ignition switch, you get power. And that's going in here, that's connecting these two together because this is a solenoid. So the minute the power kicks in, it energizes that solenoid, and now you have your power here, and then it grounds and it actuates the solenoid. Once the solenoid hits a certain position, it now has power from this to turn the starter. So this is, we've had, I believe, a corrosion issue right here. All right, it takes care of that. We're now installed. These are 14 millimeter bolts. You can get that one down here, and then you can get the other one up through here. You'll have to go in there. Okay, look at it right now. Really shot. Really tight shot of it. So it's back there. And that installs that. So all I can do is hope that was the problem. Just a corrosion. Just a corrosion issue. Okay, so collected my test light. Okay, I didn't get her battery back out here. I'm going to get back on the escape. I'm going to go ahead and get fluid in the transmission and start her up. So start it up for about 6 months, I think it was September of last year, actually. That's when that blew out. So can't run with a hole in it. All right, let's see if she starts. What? Give me my freaking hand wipe. I still don't wear freaking gloves, and I should. I just so many years without them things. And so many years of working on stuff. I'm hoping it was as simple as just corrosion. Because it's a brand new starter, so well, it's new. I didn't get it from Wilbur's. I bought it outright. I just don't remember what company I got it from. I'm sure I got it on eBay or Facebook. Got one. And freeze the charm. Go. That was probably the quickest way to troubleshoot that.
Troubleshoot that starter.
It's been coming on for a while, and it's just
Put your test light on that solenoid wire and set that to ground. Turn your ignition switch and you should get a light. If you do, then you know your starter is either bad or the ground is bad.
Yeah, right. It got to a point because I couldn't drive it. I couldn't drive it yesterday, and I had to be pushed off Saturday night. So there we are. If you like, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, definitely share. And you can catch me on the next Dana's Garage. And this is Project Stang. This was troubleshooting the intermittent starting of this 97 Ford Mustang.